be excited about. The mobile platform now is what we are heading next to. So match number 4 of the finals on the mobile platform, and we're going to see Evos de Jong against the Egyptian debutant, Noureldin.
Bagasawan, I'm from Indonesia. It is an honor to be able to represent Borussia Dortmund. Actually, this is my first time for reaching the club finals, and I think whoever my opponent is, I will face them as best as I can. I think everyone can win it depending how we are at the situation in the game, and it is completely open for me. I will think positively and I will try my best to reach the final and of course to win this. And if I reach the world final, my goal will be clear, to become world champions.
السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي نور الدين. أنا مبسوط جدا وفخور إني وصلت لنهائيات نادي بروسيا دورتموند، ودي فرصة كبيرة بالنسبة لي وأنا شاكر ليها جدا. تمثيل نادي زي بروسيا دورتموند حاجة كبيرة، ولأنه نادي ليه تاريخ وجماهير قوية، وده بيخليني حاسس بمسؤولية وفخر في نفس الوقت. أنا شايف إن كل الماتشات هتكون صعبة. خطة لعبي في دور المجموعات اني اكون مركز والعب بهدوء وذكاء واخد كل ماتش لوحده واحاول اقدم افضل اداء عندي كل مرة. انا شايف ان المنافسة مفتوحة وكل واحد عنده فرصة يكسب، وده اللي بيخلي البطولة قوية وممتعة. انا واثق في نفسي بسبب التحضير بتاعي وتركيزي، لكن في نفس الوقت بحترم كل المنافسين. ولو اتأهلت لنهائيات كاس العالم ان شاء الله، هدفي اني امثل بروسيا دورتموند بافضل شكل ممكن وانافس على اعلى مستوى. وفي النهاية حابب اشكر كل الناس على الفرصة دي، وان شاء الله اقدم حاجة تفرحكم.
So now our attention moves to mobile. Match number 1 of the mobile group stages is almost ready for us here. Evos de Jong and Noureldin, 2 club finals debutants. They take the stage. They get the honour, Barry, of kicking us off here after what we've just seen. Late drama in the console side of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and we're straight into the mobile. Like, I feel like today anything can kind of happen. I know that we obviously have Etorito going to be contesting the final now as well, but could the mobile be as exciting? I mean, we're about to find out, because the mobile usually starts a lot more kind of, you know, frantic and frenetic, and it does start a little bit more kind of like gung-ho, so to speak. But the console had a lot to say about that as well. It was so exciting today. So yeah, looking forward to this one. I mean, a lot of pressure on Evos de Jong, because he comes from such a big region. He's such a big fan, and there's probably lots of people watching at home rooting for him. The pressure is on him, I think, Harry, as you mentioned earlier on.
Well, indeed he is. He's in the home strip, the black and yellow of Borussia Dortmund, with the blue cursor attacking this right-hand goal. As for Noureldin, the Egyptian, 21 years of age, in the changed strip with the white jerseys, bit of fluoro yellow on there as well. And let me tell you, some of the best eFootball mobile players come from the continent of Africa. Truly, North Africa especially, incredible at this platform and this version of eFootball. I'm looking forward to seeing what Noureldin Khamal can produce for us here. 20 minutes gone. That cross sadly only into the hands of Kobel. And yeah, I definitely see Egypt as one of those nations that can cause some serious damage. I mean, you think about Algeria on console, but then Morocco, Egypt, truly incredible on mobile. You have to look out for them here. Cross in though by the Indonesian De Jong.
Yeah, it's amazing to see like the growth of the game in certain regions and the talent that's coming out, because we obviously know, you know, down throughout the years in the history of eFootball and the eFootball franchise, you know, you have your Brazils, you have Etorito there from Italy, you have the really top nations Japan obviously as well. But I do feel like those emerging regions, there seems to be a lot of really good talent coming out, that they seem to be the next wave, that there could be a next world champion out of it. There could be guys that are going to dominate the scene for quite a while. So it's great to get the platform for them here, to be able to show what they can do. And again, Noureldin, he's not out of his depth. He looks like a really strong opponent. Very impressed with his interview before as well, where he seems like a calm guy, even at a young age. But under pressure here, Harry. But deals with it.
Really nice build-up from De Jong after what was an uncharacteristic mistake out of Noureldin.
Yeah, just as I'm hyping him up, his calmness.
He is the youngest player on a mobile platform today, 21 years of age. It's not often that we see actually the youngest player being on console instead, but that's a big mistake pounced upon by him. 10 minutes until half-time, and it is Bayer who comes through, nicks the ball away and tucks it into the back of the net.
Yeah, Bayer can't believe his luck there, and I think Noureldin is like me, scratching my head here. It just falls to him. It's a bit of an interception there, a bit of a mistake, a heavy touch at the back. I'm not too sure which player it was. We'll have a look in the replay here. It's just a heavy touch, and it just gets caught between his feet, Harry. That is a killer. But make no mistake about the finish, Noureldin had still a bit to do there. And that's where that man shows his calmness, even for a young age. It's a scrappy goal, but they all count, don't they, Harry, as you said earlier?
Indeed they do. That'll be a real gut punch to Do Jong. A horrible way to concede. But that is what you have to do on mobile. You force those errors, and more often than not, you are rewarded by it. Here in the first half, Noureldin 1, Do Jong 0. Interesting to see who can qualify to the World Finals today, of course, for mobile. So far, some of the regions and nations representing Morocco, Brazil, Thailand. Haven't seen any Indonesian qualifiers yet. Adeyemi, though, for now, for the Indonesian De Jong. The referee has said no goal kick to follow that chance. It will be half-time.
Yeah, it's kind of it's after flying by, really, as the mobile game does sometimes, where you get your one or two half chances. But the thing I'm noticing as well with the mobile, there seems to be that pattern of play where they try to get the ball as far up the pitch as possible and attack really, really high up the pitch and try pin back, and that's kind of what caused the goal there. I know you might say, yeah, the defender gets caught between his feet, but it's from pressure. Yeah, that's what it is. It's from pressure that he's pushed up the pitch a little bit, which is always interesting to see. But as you mentioned as well with the players, it's starting to get kind of like, which has the better talent pool now, console or mobile? That's what's opening up these conversations now. We're seeing talent on both ends of both platforms, which is brilliant to see as well as it continues to grow.
Well, they swapped sides for the second half. Noureldin 1, Do Jong 0 to kick off the group stages. As we saw over on console, losing your first match of the group stages isn't always going to mean that you are out of contention. We've seen Etorito rise from the ashes over there. So no need to panic at this stage of the competition.
Interesting though, I'm just sorry, Harry, cutting in on you, but just interested to see that Noureldin probably gone under the radar a bit. He hasn't conceded that many goals qualifying for this to get here. Like, I think he only conceded 2 goals in the group stage to get to here, which is just, hadn't really kind of honed in on it. But looking at his play and how defensively sound he is and how solid he is, I can see why now, because of his breakdown of play. He's very patient on the ball for mobile. He's doing a lot of, kind of crosses. He's doing a lot of switches of play. He's recycling the ball back. Very patient, as you see here. He's just spraying from left to right, waiting for an opening. Obviously, you run the risk of getting caught in possession, but he seems to be calm enough that he's backing himself to hold on to the ball. Just something to keep an eye on as he goes on in this tournament with the goals he does not concede.
Well, Savitz has got lots of space. Bayer can't get his controlled strike around the defender. The one thing that also does is it invites a bit of pressure as Do Jong has change that attacking instruction.
Yeah.
Now, one red bar, he's been on that for about 15 or so in game minutes while you were making your point. He wants to try and cut those passing lanes, doesn't he? Add a bit of pressure on the ball.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to get into Noureldin's attacking areas, but he's started to now as he got to the attacking just one up, as you said, Harry. Pressure's building.
Girassi through the lines! And Kobel will get there to deny the corner. Biggest chance of the game, arguably, for De Jong. Ten minutes left.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Sabitzer. Down to Svensson here. Julian Blanton to the box. How many yellow shirts are waiting? Girassi with a free header! He was patient, De Jong. And the patience has paid off. 5 minutes to go. Plus stoppages, he's found an equalizer.
The minute he lost the ball, I could see that was going to be a goal. You just knew, and with that pass there, it's put into an undefendable area. Now, take that away, it's a brilliant cross. It's a lovely little cutback cross, just enough height. Gurassi's not going to miss from there. Any other player, you're saying, yeah, there's a chance. But as you said, Harry, and you've hit the nail on the head, patience is the key there from Mavis de Jong. He's very, very patient on the ball there. He has gone one attacking with the red bar. Yeah, that's a brilliant, brilliant equaliser in fairness. But again, I mean, with that 5 at the back, it's hard to penetrate that sometimes. I do feel like that he's probably just... Sometimes you just have to go for games and bring different things to the table. And these guys do that. And that's what I think, you know, Ivos has done in the second half here. But I do feel like that when you are set up with the long ball counter, when you get a chance like that, you can just see it. You can just see it, and his eyes would have lit up there for that chance. I mean, it was just already in the back of the net in terms of what I was looking at. I was like, no, this is a goal straight away.
Yeah. Yes, often you see that 5 at the back, long ball counter on mobile. Yeah. It seems to be people are cottoning on to that being, especially at certain club event finals, depending on the personnel you have available, to be a really viable strategy. But what impressed me, not only the patience when he had the ball back, but also the patience defensively. Although he was on that one red bar attacking mentality, didn't overcommit to be too aggressive on the press, knew when to back up, retain his shape. And albeit somewhat of a forced error, it has paid dividends, and he has been rewarded with an equaliser. And now we just wonder, as we approach the 90th minute here, which way the last attack of the game will go. It is De Jong in possession. Only 1 minute added on, over the top towards Bayer. And that is full time. It is all over. Drama till the very end. The points are shared thanks to an 85th minute equalising goal. De Jong 1, Noureldin 1. Time to breathe.
Yeah, very. Look at the passes, 76 passes each, 2 less passes in completion for them, but 2 shots on target to 3 shots on target, possession, interceptions, 7 apiece.
Very similar.
Very similar. I think Noureldin will be slightly annoyed or frustrated. Not to be too hard on himself, obviously. Look, he can bounce back from this, but not to be too frustrated with himself. But I think that's a good point to get on the board for De Jong. But I do feel as if Noureldin, he just kind of went away from what he was doing in the first half, I think, with the pressure he was putting on. And he was doing a lot of switches, a lot of passive stuff. And that's why I was noticing, and I was talking about how little goals he's conceded to get here in the group stage before this for the qualifiers. You're playing against a different caliber of player here. It's the best of the regions. And I do think that Yves de Jong did figure out in the second half to push up, go attacking. You spotted it, Harry, where he went one red bar there, as people at home will see. It's a great goal. In fairness, it was a great finish as we see the highlights.
Yeah, not too many of those highlights to speak of. Just the 2 goals, really, just based on how open the game was, how long the ball stayed in play. There weren't too many substitutes either. Very, very open game.